Good morning. Today is day 5 of our immersion into change. So, congratulations for everybody who has followed me every single day, who has done the work, who has interacted, because that means that you've made a commitment to yourself. And that's the only commitment that matters, the commitment to you. You've been brave enough to put your hand up and say, my dreams matter. So I congratulate you in the biggest, most loving way possible. So know that if you have a passion for something different, and who hasn't in this world right now, and you are prepared to honour yourself and do something about it, become the deliberate creator, hello Lena, then you are making the first steps to creating that change. Be committed. Really apply these steps every single day. Do it often. Know your story, know where you're headed, and use that visualization and that feeling to remind you through the day exactly what you want out of this world. Hello, Ebony. So today we're talking about permission. A lot of us, we sit back and we think we've got to have permission from somebody before we can create change. If we're in a relationship, we want to make sure the other person is on board. Sometimes we think that there's somebody in our life that knows better than us. It's never the case. And nothing will happen in your own life until you give yourself permission. Even if they give us permission, we think, oh yeah, okay, I'll do it. But it's not a wholehearted yes. You've got to give yourself permission and say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going after, this is what I'm creating. I know who I am, I know I create my world, I know I can do it. And be singularly focused towards it. Don't wait for anyone. We're all going through change. Change is part of everyday life. And sameness is sure death. Sameness, if you don't die of boredom, you will start to decline. Because the universe is all about expansion. It's all about becoming more. And if we refuse to take that more and to expand with it, then, we start to decline. Whether that's health, whether that's mentally, whether that's, just with the desire to actually get outside. A lot of people get phobias about doing certain stuff, and it's only because they've reached their comfort zone. So give yourself permission to change. Give yourself permission to change your mind as often as you wish. You know what? We are ever expansive beings as long as we allow ourselves to be. And as we expand, we see everything in a new perspective. And that means that our choices and things will change. Give yourself permission to change your mind. But with every change, make sure it's empowering and it's expansive change. Don't ever change because of fear and decline. That's our choice. And life is so much fun when we keep choosing expansion. No one has any claim over our own beliefs or over us. We are our own creator. We get to choose what we desire in life. Hello, Kaz. Don't listen to naysayers. Naysayers have already given up on their dreams. So how could they give us good advice? Unless they've been exactly where we've been and done all of they can to make magic happen, then they haven't got any advice for us at all. Yes, there's people that join the business that I'm in, and so many other people are in. We're 3,000 strong, our team. And, there are winners and there are losers, but the only time anybody loses is if they quit. And quit isn't about expansion. Quit is about contraction. When you know what you want and you're prepared to do what it takes, then magic happens. As soon as you declare that you're open to receive and to go with the flow and to take the inspired action, to follow people who have actually succeeded in getting what we want, then we're sure to win. As soon as we claim it and offer ourselves completely to it, life steps in and the magic starts to happen. We meet with our inner self, with our authenticity, and nothing can stop us. As we change, people are going to fall out of our life. Yeah, we are about expansion, Kaz. We are free, 100% free. And I know many people aren't feeling free right now. They think they're victims to either the illness or victims to the authorities that have got them inside their house. But we're not victims. We choose to follow the authority. And at the moment, I say with good reason. You know, we're trying to contain this virus, which is in the best interest of everybody. But you know what? Our inner being is guiding us in all of this. And when we think something that feels uncomfortable, it's because we're taking a perspective that our inner being hasn't. And our inner being always knows our truth. So it's always finding a perspective that feels good. You know, while we're in our homes, use this time to get creative, to appreciate this time to discover ourselves, to expand, to try new things. You know, there's so many people without work at the moment and really struggling and in fear over their futures. I've got something that isn't affected by being closed indoors. You know, and lots of people are making 6 figures a month. Do you think they're worried about being closed inside of their home as long as they've got internet? And I did hear someone say yesterday that if they couldn't work for 2 years, they'd still have a comfortable life. How amazing could that be? So as we change, people fall away. But you will create a powerful new team around you, a powerful new tribe. No matter whether you're in the business like I am and I've got my tribe around me. And, you know, people could say, well, yeah, they're your business tribe. No, they're not. There's no difference to me between work and business. My business is getting on here and sharing who I am. I was doing that anyway. I was doing that in a way that, you know, I was playing small to a degree. I was still offering lots of goodness to everybody, but I wasn't playing at my full potential. Now I play with my authenticity and I play a much bigger game and I get paid while I do it. How cool is that? As we change, people fall away, but we'll create our own new tribe. So whether you're in business or whether it's just in life, you know, we attract people who are on the same frequency as us. So if people are falling out of your life, know that you're making space for new people who will resonate with you and who accept and support you. You know, you can make that intention because our intention creates. Our intention is powerful. Believe life can change really quickly. You can heal really quickly. You know, nothing is solid. Everything is energy. And, you know, I've said it before, but our whole physical world is nothing but a translation of our senses through our belief system. As soon as we change our belief, as soon as we change our frequency, how we see everything changes. Everything is available to us right now when we expect it to be there. Like if we know that we've got money in the cupboard When you open that cupboard, it's going to be there. It's about your belief and your expectation, because our powerful inner being self, along with law of attraction, changes the energy that it's around us into whatever we are asking for in the moment. It's about our frequency alignment with it to receive it. Life is what we tolerate. It's what we settle for. Don't tolerate and don't settle. Choose change, and choose powerful change. You know, if you're going to choose change, why choose a little bit? The only reason we do that is because we're afraid of what might happen, what might come. Get out of fear. Fear is all in here. Love is in your heart. And if you choose love and you choose to be the highest version of you, life aligns with you to make it happen. And it happens in a beautiful way. You know, we think we're protecting our partners and our kids by not changing. We're actually holding them all back. When we change, everybody that loves us unconditionally changes with us just by being in our proximity. So be non-negotiable with what you want. Be singularly focused. Claim it and go after it. Be gutsy enough to do what it takes. Remember, if you hold back somewhere in life, it affects every aspect of you. It creates non-success, or at best, a prolonged and arduous process to get there. Holding back creates chaos in our own internal frequency. Remember when I spoke about the barcode? Chaos is covering up or scratching out some of that barcode. Things just don't compute. And it doesn't matter if it's around money, or if it doesn't matter if it's around relationships, if it doesn't matter about you, if you don't like your nose, if you're picking fault with yourself, you're actually creating chaos. You're messing up your vibration and you're messing up the life that you can have. Don't live from the past. The past is gone. You can choose to keep recreating it every time you think about it. But life is new in each moment. You know, I've studied so much quantum physics. Life is like, there's no movement in life. Life is like a whole string of still shots, just like a movie. All these still shots, one after the other, and you're in slightly different position in each shot. So each new photo is a new version of you. It's not a recreation, it's not a change, it's a new version of you. And we are creating in every second. And in between each of those still shots, we're completely non-physical. Our non-physical is with us all the time. Sometimes we're wholly non-physical, and sometimes we're projecting into what we call the physical world. But we're the creator of absolutely all of it. And by changing our frequency right now and changing our expectation, we can create a whole new world right now. Yes, it takes some work to change our beliefs. Or we can believe it's instant. We can let go of everything from the past and just create anew. It's our choice. First, you've got to know you're the creator. Do you know you're the creator? Do you believe it? Or is it just an idea in here? Don't create or play small just because of a past failure. You know, you're a different person now than you were even a few seconds ago. The past doesn't define us. You're a new person and you're reborn in every single moment. You can create change and you can have massive impact around you. And remember what I said yesterday, our personality isn't part of our truth, it's part of our programming. So if you think that you're too scared right now, then you're creating that being, that beautiful soul creation of yourself as being afraid in the next moment. Or you can choose right now to be brave. I choose to have courage. You know, we've spoken about courage as well. I choose to have courage and I choose to step into the next version of me, and I choose to shine like I came here to shine. Become one with your purpose. What sets your heart on fire? What do you love to do most? Because that's part of your purpose. Remember, our desires are part of us. They lead us to become the next biggest version of ourselves. So say yes to life. Say yes to you and keep saying yes. Don't give up. Don't stand on the edge of that proverbial cliff all day afraid to jump. Some people stand there all of their life and they live in fear. I used to. I grew up with the belief that it wasn't safe out there, that there was all of these people that were going to hurt me. In actual fact, they probably just wanted to talk to me and be my friend, but I was afraid. And we can live our whole life in fear, or we can take that jump. We can choose to be courageous and create the exhilaration and the freedom of releasing that fear and moving into the life we want. We can waste our life in fear, or we can jump. And then we've got the other choice of actually backing away from the cliff and staying the same, which is what most people do. They get to the cliff, they see what's down there or what's out there, and they think, I want that, I want that, I want that. Then they take a little step and suddenly they get overwhelmed with the change and they step back and they just gave up on themselves. Don't be someone that gives up on yourself. I did it for 50 years. Life can be magnificent on the other side of that little step. You can step off the cliff or you can jump. Some people have said to me, when you jump off the cliff, there's a feather bed. I actually jumped off the cliff and I flew. And you can do the same. So don't stand on the edge of the cliff procrastinating and listening to your mind and saying, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? Jump. If you jump and it's not what you want it to be, if you decide there is something better, then change your mind and do something better. You get to create in every moment. But don't jump off the cliff and then decide that it's too scary and cling on for life and crawl your way back up and skin your knees and scrape your face and feel broken and bored and broke. Because I kept myself contained for so long and I was bored silly and I was broke financially. I felt abandoned and lost. I felt unlovable, and it was all because of what was going on in here. And I can tell you it's all crap. So yes, we may be physically contained right now, but make it your choice. Make it your choice because you've decided to do what needs to be done to help other people and to give yourself the time to discover yourself and to rebirth in a really big way. After we take the leap, we usually experience thrill. It's a release of all the fear and the heaviness that we've had, and suddenly we're full of lightness. And that lightness is our true essence. Let that essence, that real you, fully express itself freely and unapologetically. So in closing, we've had 5 big days. Change is undoubtedly scary if you get in your head. It's uncharted territory for the mind. It's sure death as far as the mind's concerned. It's unnavigatable by the mind. But to the heart and the soul, it's ultimate joy. It really is. And you can experience that joy by living in your heart, or you can stay in your head and suffer for the rest, for as long as you choose. We're always accompanied by our inner being, always guided and supported and loved. And our inner being is God, its source, its infinite creator of absolutely everything. If you want to feel safe, align with your inner being. Because I can tell you, when you align, you no longer feel that fear. Fear only comes from separation. So what's not to trust? You know, you've got God standing there right inside of you. Do you believe that you are your creator? I ask you these questions and I'd love you to answer all of these below. Do you believe you are your creator? Number one. Number two, do you believe that everything is energy? If you do, you'll know that life is changeable instantly. As soon as you change your frequency, you change your life. Do you believe there is an abundance of all things? Or do you believe in shortage? So that was number three. Number four, do you believe you are always supported? Number five, do you believe in law of attraction? Do you trust law of attraction? 6, do you believe in oneness? Everybody in this world is a projection of you, and you meet with those extras through your own frequency. So you see the parts of those projections that you need to see for your own expansion. So let go of blaming somebody for something. It's you projecting through them to show yourself something for your expansion. No guilt, no blame, no fault, nothing wrong, nothing to be afraid of. You're always interacting with you. So what are you afraid of? Who are you afraid of? Fear is always about the I, about me. It's not about we. You know, we think it's about we. We think others are going to judge us and going to condemn us, and they might not approve, they might not love us, but we're the only being. We're all of those others. So instead of worrying about what the others are going to think or say or do, come back inside and check in on you, because if you have fear, there's something lacking in there. You are believing that you're not the right person, you don't know enough, you haven't got XYZ, you don't know the right people, you haven't got the right education, you haven't got the time. All of these are excuses we make up so that we don't break out of our comfort zone. And yes, I know some of us have got difficult lives. I've been there too. But when we look at every single person that's inside of our life and know that it's a projection that we've created for our own expansion, we can look at that other being in a different way. We can look at that other projection through love, and we can say, you're a gift. What are you offering me? How can I create a better perspective about what's going on so that I can step into my power, and in doing so, change the life of that other being as well? Now, we can't change the other being as such. They've got their own agenda, but we meet with those aspects of that being differently because we have changed. So how we see those others changes drastically. Now is all we have. There is absolutely no time. We're always creating. The past holds nothing over us unless we keep revisiting it, unless we keep remembering how we are supposedly stuffed up, or how we supposedly hurt ourselves, or how we supposedly failed. Now we're a different person and we can choose differently and we can have a different outcome. So remember, all excuses actually come from the past, because everything that's in our mind is only from past experience. So no excuses belong in our future. They're all part of the past. Don't drag them forward with you. There are 3 types of people. There are those that think that they can, but do absolutely nothing. There's those that actually know they can and they do it. And there's those that sit back and watch. Who are you? Which one are you? We need each other to survive. You know, tribe is important. Cavemen knew that. They could go hunting and gathering and get food, slay the bear or the tiger if there was more than one of them. If you're on your own and you think you're all alone and you don't reach out and you haven't got people around you to support you, then life's a lot harder than it needs to be. Tribe is important. Friends are important. Let yourself have the support that you need. Have a team of people who support you and back you, not bring you down. You know, I have my tribe and I wouldn't be without them. They've made the difference in my world between, you know, what's going on and me right now. You know, and I've been riding this wave reasonably well. But when I feel, you know, that or notice that I'm starting to struggle with it all, there is always someone I can reach out to. There's always a training I can listen to bring myself back into alignment with me. You know, we metaphorically hold hands and carry each other to the finish line. I would love if anybody wants real change to step out. Message me, say, hey, I want to have a look at what you're doing. I'd love your support. I'd love to have a tribe like that around me. Totally up to you. Create your own tribe. Law of attraction helps you do that. Find your own truth. Close the gap between you and the life that you want. Be brave enough to do that. Find the courage. And remember, the gap isn't big. The gap is not time. It is not money. It is not the other people around us. It's all about us. It's all about us. It's all about energy. It's all about frequency. The gap between where we are now and what we want is our frequency. So do the inner work, change your frequency and meet with the life that you want. But know that once you start changing your frequency, opportunities will appear, because in a physical world, action helps us to align. So take that action when it presents. Do what it takes. Honour yourself enough to commit to your dreams. So we have covered lots of ways to raise our frequency and to step into alignment. Be done with settling and surviving. Create like you came here to create. You came here from the other side as an infinite creator. You came here to master your skills with manifesting in the physical world. Because when you master your frequency of manifesting, you master your frequency with all of life. Life is about mastering our frequency, and what better way to do it than to gain physical proof? Play with your desires. Allow yourself to master your frequency and bring them into being. And when things start arriving really, really quick, know that you are or have become a master. And then life opens up in so many delicious ways. Once you master your frequency, you master it all. Life is our own choice. So choose again right now, if you dare. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend, although it sounds silly saying that to most people. At the moment, weekends and weeks are kind of running into each other. But fill the space with something that's going to offer you expansion. Be you, my friends. Be you fully. I'm here if anybody wants to connect. If anybody wants to have a personal chat, reach out. If anyone wants any information on the business that I'm part of, reach out. And have an absolutely beautiful life. We'll be running another immersion next month. Not sure what it'll be yet, but I look forward to interacting with you all again, both in here and on my personal page. Big love. Bye for now.